everybody, it's Lisa here. Remember my video I did not too long ago, actually it was yesterday, about me going to Bible camp? Well, today's video is to show that I was not lying about that. Okay? Have a coffee. Hang on. So as you see here, I was a pain in the ass. I tried to get my mom's attention. Finally, she gave in. It's like, what? I said, do you remember when I went to Bible camp? She's like, yep. I was like, do you remember getting a call from the camp about the bad dream that I had and wanting to send me home? She's like, I think so. I was like, do you remember it was about Jesus in my sleep and the sky was red and at the same time I was sleepwalking? She's like, okay. So right when she's like, okay, she's trying to remember that, which is fine. So I asked her, do you remember it? And of course she's like, yes. I said, well, once in a while it keeps coming back as a memory, so I thought I'd talk about it. She's now kind of questioning, like, okay. I'm like, how old was I when I went to Bible camp? Because in my video, I thought I was between the ages of 7 and 9 years old. So she said it was between 13 and 14 years of age. And here I thought otherwise. And she's like, no, you're definitely that. And I was like, okay, because I remember being in BC at 13 with my grandmother, spending my birthday, but I don't remember much between 13 and 14. And that's just part of my stroke. I love BC. I love living in BC. I think BC's a beautiful place to live here in Canada. But anywho, she remembers, and then I kept saying I thought it was before the age of 13, but clearly it wasn't, she says. So, and my dad verified when I called them. My dad verified that it was between, like, after I had turned 13 and finished my school year in BC with my grandmother, I had then apparently went to Bible camp. So I was like, oh, okay. So I went back to messaging my mom, and I was like, because I remember that was in school year, blah, 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 and I really want to go. And then I messaged her a little bit later because I was making supper for my family. And I said, so you're saying that in the summer, after I turned 13, I had gone to Bible camp. And she clarified with me by calling me on the phone and saying, yep, you were definitely after you turned 13. In that summer is when you decided to go to Bible camp. I was like, oh, okay. So I had a lot of fun. Did not lie about my story. And I have the proof to back that up. Plus, on top of that, it's still running. That camp is still running. And I don't know if the same people from when I was there are still there. But that's not important. What's important is that I actually had a vision that at first I thought was a dream. And as I got older, I was like, no, that definitely was a vision. Because there's no way I could smell the air the way it was. It was like, you know how after a bushfire had occurred, there's still that lingering smell? That's what it smelled like. And I could feel my feet against the pavement. I could look at everything, and everything was so normal up until I looked up at the sky and saw Jesus. And then I said something, he replied, and then on his second reply is when it went, like, the sky went completely red. It was like a fiery red. And I looked around me, and when I saw that there was people chasing me and yelling and screaming at me, I immediately tried to run away in my dream. And it didn't matter how hard I tried to run, I could not run. Like you said, like you could do a mile track run, but half a mile back, there's always going to be people behind you, right? That's what it was like in my dream. And I remember after camp, I remember coming back and telling my mom, because my mom was curious and kept asking me questions of what kind of dream did I have? How did I feel about it? Oh, what else did you do at Bible camp? I was like, I was good up until that point. Like, we were doing fun activities after, and I just felt very awkward to be there. So, there's your confirmation. And I hope you all have a wonderful day and a healthy cup of coffee. Yeah? Were you playing with your trucks?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh. She wants the rest of my breakfast. Oh, yeah. Say bye-bye.
Bye-bye.